Welcome back to Suladan Plays The Legend of Goose. Honk Waker. We're way over here. But I can see... Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, we can already see the lighthouse on Windfall Island. That's such a neat little detail. Last time we got the Goose ship chart, so it's just kind of hanging out over there doing its thing. But I want to unlock these. So, we're going to do that first. I'd love to go faster, but this is not the HD edition, so I don't have the speedy sail that works in all directions. Or the 1/8 distance between the islands, because the game console doesn't need as much time to load. I don't like that it stuttered. I guess that was it loading something. I see a light beam, so we're going to deal with that. Got it. Muscle memory still works. Hi, Beetle. He's just back there doing beetle things. Whoa. Jump ship. Ah, so 5 is my limit. I know this is a random minigame island, but too bad, we're gonna do it. What's that say? I just came from there, so yeah, that logic checks out. Honk, 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 honk. That man is a treasure. No, that's not the song I need. Haha! I got it! Without trying to look it up. Sometimes I wonder how much of our memory is tied up with random trivia like that. Remember the song from a game from 20 years ago and it's like... Oh well, anyway. Yo! Yeah, target shoot. I do not have confidence in my target shooting. I'm sorry, no. It's not what I thought this was. I have a lot of difficulty with the key ring and getting the aim to work because unlike the bow and arrow, which kind of you could guesstimate where you're aiming with the tip of the arrow, key ring's not aimed quite in that way. It's not that it's not aimed well, it is consistent, but I am consistently inconsistent with my ability to use it, and given that I'm about to have to spend a boatload of rupees to deal with Tangle, I may as well not burn 50 of them for a quick gimmick. Fish. You're making my job harder, fish. Stop swimming around me, fish. Fish. I want fish. I'm hungry. Spectacle Island. I mean, it is a spectacle, I'll give you that. Beware the night when the crescent moon faces up. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, it's one of the islands that the ghost ship shows up on. The Goose ship, sorry. Now I go south. Now it gets a little tedious because we got like 2 islands to traverse each. So, I'm going to just point in the direction and we will magically be there. Hi? I didn't ask for you! Can I use the boomerang on you? I can? Why have I not been doing that? Well, this is so much better. I swam into this by utter accident. But I would like this to be working. Boy. I hope we get one more pass, because if not, this is not going to work well for anyone involved. There we go. Boy, you had a lot of eyes. My goodness. I mean, it was fun, don't get me wrong. I have no complaints. Stressful, but fun. It better not be money. Shoot. I like that I'm not... Shoo! Can't hear the money. Right there. Thing. Got it. The quote surround sound, the stereo sound is based upon your camera position, so rotating the camera can help you kind of trace it out with the left and right. A lot easier with a headset, but... Whoa. I got a bell. Also, sad they didn't make those like bell pieces or something. They've done everything else Goose related. The Iron Mite. I wanted to see what the Iron Boots were named. Back to our endless journey that I think is going to take us right to Tingle Island, so I may as well go ahead and... Also, look, the Goose ship. I guess we can go to Great Fish Island and deal with the Goose ship. But first... I will be honest, my original plan was to get all 7 of them and do this, but since we have reached maximum rupees, and I don't know the price for 100% sure, I'm better off to go ahead and get this done with. Yo. I can't do a Tingle voice to save my life. Oh, Mr. Fairy, I've been longing to see you, sir. What should we play? What do you want to play? You're not here to play? A fragrant, musty scent, sir. You have found a chart? Oh, splendid, splendid. Show me. Why, you can't read that chart in its current state. It's impossible, sir. Would you like me to decipher it for you? That's far cheaper than I thought I remembered. I was thinking, why was I convinced it was 700 and something apiece? Go for it, bud. Yay. Now, can you do that 6 more times? Well, 5 more times. If not for the fact that he is adorable, I would be more annoyed with having to hear that so many times. I've lost count. Mr. Fairy, I've marked the location of the Triforce chart on your incredible chart, too. When you open the chart, the place where its treasure is will shine forth. Just go to the place and rely on your chart to help you find it. Whee! If I did the Tingle Tuner stuff, this is where the golden Tingle statues would be. I personally enjoyed the Tingle Tuner stuff, though I did find having to dig out a Game Boy Advance and all and link it up to be a little gimmicky. But if not gimmicky, what is Nintendo? It was cool, it was neat. Basically, inside of each of the dungeons in the game, there's a separate treasure hunt, little treasure hunt you can go on that Tingle will guide you using his, the Tingle Tuner. And it's neat. You end up finding the hidden chest with the hidden statue that gets brought back here. And throwing them in the ocean really upsets Tingle. They come back, of course, but, it's just a neat little thing, but if you didn't have a Game Boy Advance, or didn't have a link cable, or didn't have the desire to go through all that trouble, it could be tedious. I could fly there, or I could just go south. I don't... No, it's... No, I was on the right track. Yep, there we go. Nope. I was on the right track. I was just off slightly. Very slightly. Because Great Fish Isle is warpable. We may as well get this over with. Also, to tie into a tangent from the previous episode, I do think that was one thing that I really enjoyed with Skyward Sword was the way that the shop worked gave me something to use my rupees on and made collecting them more functional. And all the different custom potions and everything. It was just really nifty. And it's too bad that that's a mechanic that I haven't seen as much later or as well implemented. Have not played Tears of the Kingdom yet. I have it. It's sitting right over there. So, I don't know. Skyward Sword didn't hugely impress me in those regards. Beautiful game, but, you know, again, didn't feel like a Zelda game to me. But, I'm looking for a thing. I'm in the right place, right? I'm gonna find out the sun came up right when I got here. Skyward Sword just, to me, was like such a hard act to follow. I see you out there in the distance. I hear you out there in the distance. That song is burned into my memory. Come to me, Goose ship. Imagine how spooky that would be for a player that didn't know it was there and didn't have a chart and just it's just there. I like the idea of just spooky stuff in the distance that the player has no idea about. It's one reason I still find it a disappointment, completely unrelated game series. I think that Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero, in the areas where you reach more or less, for all intents and purposes, it's the edge of the map. It's the do not go past this point. There's nothing out here, where you just get attacked by ghost leviathans instead. I think that it's a missed opportunity for them to not have made just partial renders of giant tentacles or eyes or stuff in the distance that the player could never reach, but that was just terrifyingly large, but because it's so distant, you could do a lot with low poly and let the imagination fill in the gaps, but just make it terrifying. You know what I mean. It would really tie in with the fact that the game has repeatedly emphasized that the things you've seen so far that you think are Leviathans, no, those are the babies. The Leviathans are right there. You know, you could do a lot with that, and I think it was a missed opportunity. And we're here. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Please do. Please try to possess me while I'm standing in the light. Come get me. Come here. Come here. You know you want to. You know you want to. I'm not in the light. You can get me. Tisk, tisk. I'm about to say. Also, it's kind of weird that it's literally like one... I mean, the pose makes sense. You got two pose, and then one Wizrobe. Also, this place is just so spooky. I know that's a skybox, and that if I poked my head through it, I would just be in an endless void, and that makes it all the more creepy, because I don't like voids and empty places and deep things don't bother me, but for some reason, just, like, the empty space outside of the game, when the Potemkin facade falls away and you see where you shouldn't, that's creepy to me. You can kind of... when the camera turns just right, you can kind of see that's the edge of, because it's a tube texture with an end, with a hole at each end, and just the animation is playing. I've seen a lot of games and a lot of levels use that style. Oh. See, stuff like that is just neat. Anyway, Triforce chart. No. Now I go back to Tangle and we'll have all 7. Come on, come on, come on. Let me... Now, presumably, the chart getting us to its destination, like, freed the trapped souls of the crew or whatever. Assuming the theory of what happened is that the Triforce chart had been found. It was on its way somewhere, and like Ganon sent his minions after it, and somehow it ended up just cursed to wander the seas until its cargo reached its intended destination, which would be the hero. I don't know. It's a neat theory. Alright, bud, where you at? I'm already here. I may as well. I think I saw a raft over here. Yep, there he is. Yo, Goron! I'm what you call a traveling merchant, yes. Just a cheery fellow who bobs between waves in search of manner of rare items, cracked and pristine, wild and woolly. I came from distant lands, for I heard there was treasure of great worth on this island, but I can't find a thing. I thought perhaps my fate would cross with that most mystic of rare items, the fabled shop guru statue, but it seems as though I'm off the mark yet again. By the by, for some reason, looking at that delivery bag of yours gives me the sneaking suspicions it might have some rare treasure hidden in steps. If you have anything even slightly out of the ordinary in there, would you mind trading it to me? Anything at all? This knapsack I'm lugging around is stuffed full of all sorts of wondrous things. Why don't you show me what you've got, and I'll show you what I'll trade for it. And that's why I was, like, careful to make sure I kept one of these. Fleur. Huh? That's a town flower, is it not? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for the sea flower? Yes. Most worthy, then my fee will be, well, I suppose 20 coins will do. Thank you, that settles things. I'll give you your item, and as promised, hold out both hands. Well... Come on. Come on. So, by trading your goods for my goods, we have formed a merchant's oath. As such, from now on, I shall honor our merchant's oath by sending shipments of my product to Windfall Island shop. How, you ask? Why, my good pal, the postman will take it there for me, so it will likely get there before you do. Just head back to Windfall and see for yourself. Thanks again. Yeah. What happens if I talk to you again? What kind of man is he, this so-called shop guru? I'm so intrigued by him, I lay awake at night just thinking about him. If someone would just trade this idol to me, I would give them a heart-filled reward in return. Oh, would that happy event occur? Oh, I hear there's a traveling merchant on the Mother and Child Islands and the Garbage Islands. Wonder if either of them has the shop guru statue. That's not super far out of my way, but it is tedious. Meanwhile, Beetle, lurking in the distance, just swimming between the islands like some kind of predator. I can't warp there. But I need to go there. I mean, I can kind of make it work. There's probably going to be a little bit of jump cutting happening, so just bear with me, but we got to go east. I think. Yeah, I can work. I was going to say there's still the island down to the south that we need to get, but, yeah, we'll figure out the logistics on that. I should go ahead and... Oh, one of them is literally the island we're at now. I can teleport to this island, we'll come back for it. I'm trying to resist doing so because, like, unless we just start stumbling across them left and right, it would be more coherent to do them in, like, a set order with a set episode, not, oh yeah, see episode number this for where that one was at. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking things. I often do. This should be another one of the dice islands. It's collectively what I call the islands that look like the faces of dice. Okay. No, it's not. Where is this island at, then? I'm actually going to use one of these view towers. I don't think I have ever done so. Because, no, that's the next most east island. I mean, yeah, with the telescope I should be able to tell, but it's just... Bud, stop glitching out down there. You know what, while I'm here... Get back here. Give. Well, there he went. Anyway. Not what I came here to do, but, yeah. Yak. I don't need to... Is it that one? I mean, I'm in the loading boundary for it and I see it's fish, so I guess there's no way they would have, like, have them right next to each other. Okay. Boat! I do think the telescope and all is a cool mechanic. It's just not often enough that you need it because, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the islands are not that far apart, especially when you bear into account knowing how games work and that if you can see the stuff loaded around it, you know that's the right one. Why are you next to each other? That's gonna hurt in a moment. Well, why you're right next door to 6-Eye Reef, well, go for it. You've seen those weird rings of light that appear at night on the seas, haven't you? Yeah, those things are a sure sign there's treasure in the deeps. Let me tell you, there are some lights that don't shine. Yeah, there's these special ones that shine like crazy, but only when you open a treasure chart. They say those mark the spots with the greatest treasures. And that's, yeah. Now we go north, hit Tingle Island, go northwest, Mother and Child Islands, then we loop back. I can at least get to Tingle Island and get the last of these charts deciphered, but you don't want to die today. I mean, you might want to die today, I don't know. I think I made the wind go in the wrong direction because I got ahead of myself. Okay, and we are here, so let's get this last one done. And Tingle can live happily knowing that he deciphered the Triforce charts and then sent a random person off to collect them. I mean, from his perspective, a random person. Well, I guess we're not, because he calls us fairy, so I guess we do hold a special place in his heart. Soccer ball. Hi. Oh, Mr. Fairy, I've been longing to see you, sir. What should we play? What do you want to play? Yeah, I've been... Yes, we have a chart. Decipher it. You have deciphered them all. Yay. Thank you, sir. Mr. Fairy. Okay, it's the same thing as that. Bang. Fairy. Tingle, there was a fairy on your tower all along. I shall leave it for you, sir. You have earned it. Okay, while we're here, or while we're within close proximity, Mother and Child Islands. And may as well trade another one of these. Why you no climb? Hi, bud. I'm what's called a traveling merchant, just a poor wanderer cruising the world in search of rare objects, new and old, strange and unsettling. I detected a scent wafting from this island that suggested there might be something of value here, so I sailed my raft all the way from far, far away. Boy, that's a heck of a nose you got. But the high rock wall on the main island blocks my way, so it seems as though I won't be able to get much further. What a disagreeable turn of events. Boy, I have seen Gorons roll up sharper inclines than that. I guess he wants to take his backpack with him. That probably would explain it. However, my boy, that delivery bag of yours smells to me as if it might as well be home to rare and unique items. If you have any curios that might be worthy of selling in a shop, might you trade them to me? Someday I'm going to open myself a shop. A huge shop. No, a mega-huge superstore. I'm trying to find goods to sell, so if you can you show me what you've got on you? Flower. Oh, why that's a sea flower, right? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for this No. No. I'm confused by you, sir. Sure. Most agreeable. My fee will be 10 coins. I'm confused by you, sir. Can I trade you this for a sea flower now? I'm confused. Do you have to give them to certain, like, do I have to give this one specifically to the one on Bomb Island or something? Bear with me. I think Bomb Island is so Allow me just a little longer, and we will go on our way. Yep, one island up. Oh, hang on. That means there's one spot that he didn't change the text for it because it's Garbage Island, not Bomb Island, and I think he did call it Bomb Island. It's called Bomb Island because it's shaped like a bomb, but because the bombs in the Honk Waker have been replaced with garbage bags, Garbage Island. Simple text swap. I think there's a possibility that I have to go back to Windfall, show him the sea flower, then he gives me something new to trade, and then this continues, but, you know, we're already here. I may as well find out. We needed to come back here eventually anyway to blow up the rock up there. I don't think I've done it yet. Hey? Have we met before somewhere? Heard you? No, it couldn't be. It's like he recognizes Link, is kind of the joke. Me, I'm but a poor traveling merchant. I travel the world searching for rare objects of all sorts, modern, ancient, foreign, and exotic. My dream has always been to someday open my own shop, but plans have a way of getting delayed, and now it's been 30 years since I started. Time certainly laughs at us all, huh? And still, day in, day out, rain or shine, I spend my days looking for curiosities and rare items. Which reminds me, yeah. If you try to give me a town flower, well, that's a sea flower, isn't it? Yep. I'm too polite for my own... Yes, let's draw a sword. So yeah, I think that's what happens, is I've got to go back to Windfall, give it to the guy, and so on and so forth. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and pause here. Thank you for watching. Next time we'll deal with some of that and then start on the getting of the Triforce pieces. See you next time.